What if humans evolved to be nocturnal? An alternate history of a civilization that thrives in darkness. In this alternate timeline, humans evolved not as diurnal, daytime creatures, but as nocturnal beings, adapted to the darkness like owls, bats, and big cats. This shift in biology and behavior would have drastically altered history, society, and technology in fascinating ways. Early evolution, the birth of the night dwellers. Our primate ancestors took a different evolutionary path, favoring night vision, stealth, and lunar cycles instead of adapting to the bright light of day. This led to major physiological changes. Enhanced night vision, large reflective eyes with tapetum lucidum, the same structure that makes cat eyes glow at night, allowing humans to see in almost complete darkness. Pale or dark camouflaged skin. Two potential paths. Dark skin with infrared detecting cells to absorb heat from minimal moonlight. Pale or bioluminescent skin to blend into the low-light environment. Sensitive hearing. Large, pointed ears similar to bats or foxes, allowing nocturnal humans to detect movement in complete darkness. Whisker-like facial hairs, similar to cats, to help sense movement in absolute darkness. Infrared or echolocation abilities. A world where some humans see in heat signatures or use clicks and whistles to navigate in the dark, much like dolphins and bats. Instead of fearing the dark, humans would have thrived in it, viewing daylight as dangerous and disorienting. Ancient civilization, a world that wakes at dusk. A nocturnal species would have built its earliest settlements differently. Homes and settlements, underground cities. Instead of exposed villages, humans would have lived in caves, deep valleys, or underground tunnel systems, protecting them from the rare daylight threats. Tree canopy villages, instead of open fields, woven treetop homes would shield communities from predatory daytime animals. Glowstone architecture. Early humans may have developed a bioluminescent-based light system, harnessing glowing fungi or fireflies for soft, night-friendly illumination. Language and culture whispered languages. Nocturnal communication would be quiet and subtle, using soft sounds or even echolocation clicks. No written records? Instead of early cave paintings, history may have been preserved through auditory storytelling, music, and scent markers. Moon-based calendars. Instead of solar tracking, time would be measured by lunar cycles, with full moons acting as major festivals and celebrations. Fire and technology use delayed. Fire would be a double-edged sword, providing warmth but exposing nocturnal humans to predators. Alternative heat sources, such as hot springs and geothermal vents, might have been preferred. Glow-in-the-dark tools, bioluminescent dyes, mushrooms, or crystals might be used to highlight weapons and maps instead of torches or candles. The age of conflict. Battles in the dark warfare. In a nocturnal world would be entirely different from how humans fought in our timeline. Silent warfare. Armies would train to move in total darkness, with warriors relying on soundless gestures and infrared vision instead of torches. Ambush tactics. Battles would be fought in shifting shadows, favoring those who could see without light. Moonlight strategies. Military campaigns might be timed to align with the phases of the moon, using new moons for stealth and full moons for mass mobilization. Daylight as a trap. Instead of fortresses with high walls, defenses would involve exposing enemies to the dangerous, blinding light of day as a form of punishment or strategic disorientation. Would the sun-worshipping cultures of our world exist? Or would moon deities and star gods dominate ancient religions? The Industrial Revolution. Technology built for night, a nocturnal society would have taken a completely different approach to industry and invention. Tunnels and subterranean railways. Instead of roads, most cities would be underground, using geothermal-powered transport systems. Bioluminescent streetlights, instead of electric bulbs, glowing plants and fungi would illuminate paths and homes. No sunglasses, but heat vision goggles. Optics would be designed to enhance infrared perception rather than protecting against the sun. Massive air filtration systems. Since cities are built underground, air circulation would require advanced oxygen tunnels and artificial wind systems. No clocks. Lunar timekeeping. Instead of dividing time into day and night, schedules would be based on moon phases and star alignments. Would humans ever discover electricity, or would they rely entirely on natural luminescence and heat energy? The modern world, a civilization in darkness. If nocturnal humans evolved into the modern age, our society would be unrecognizable. Cities would sleep during the day. Governments, businesses, and homes would only operate after sunset, with cities awakening at twilight. Buildings would have no windows. Glass skyscrapers wouldn't exist. Stone, insulated domes, or glow-lit structures would dominate architecture. No cars, just silent transit. Vehicles would be whisper quiet, using electromagnetic or geothermal propulsion to avoid noise pollution in the quiet night. No sun-based worship. Religious and mythological traditions would center around the moon and stars, possibly believing the sun is a chaotic force that only brings danger. Would nocturnal humans have ever tried to conquer the daylight, or would they stay forever in the comfort of the night? Would this world be better? Pros: less light pollution. The stars would always be visible, and nature wouldn't suffer from artificial lighting. Less heat stress. A species adapted to the night wouldn't struggle with hot climates, allowing them to thrive in more environments. Stealth and sensory advancement. Nocturnal vision, echolocation, and enhanced hearing would make humans far more perceptive than in our timeline. Cons: slower industrial development. Fire, metalwork, and energy production might have taken far longer to develop. Sunlight weakness. Would sunlight be dangerous, forcing entire civilizations to retreat underground? Psychological impact. Living in eternal night could alter emotional states, making humans more prone to caution, paranoia, or hyper-awareness. Would this world be a paradise of soft-lit tranquility, or a realm of endless shadows and whispers? What do you think? Would you want to live in a world where the night never ends? Galaxy sparkles.